the stuff you're gonna learn in single family, you're gonna carry over to hotels. That's why it's really important to learn this stuff early and often. And you wanna understand cycles and so much. I'm so analytical, but if you guys follow us and you hit the like button, subscribe, and you watch, we're gonna send you the bell. You're gonna get all the new videos that come out. You will know this stuff, and this is where you make your money at. So right now is probably the worst time in history, recent history, and recent being, you know, since I don't know, 60, 70 years, to buy hotels. But I'm going to tell you why we are not just very bullish on them, but we think there are not just, there's billions to be made right now. Anytime that you have a transition of an asset going from one hand to the other, that is where the money is. So we have a group, and I'm going to keep mentioning this because I want anybody who's suffering, who's struggling, who maybe got in at the wrong time. I mean, some of this stuff, man, people did perfectly right. In the area we're going to look at today, the hotel, the guy did everything right, but still, it was a bad time, a bad cycle. And I don't know all the specifics. Maybe he didn't, I mean, I don't know, man. It's tough, and I don't want to judge anybody on anything because you guys know, I went bankrupt before, and I know what that was like. And I felt like it was outside of my power. There were things that happened that weren't normal. In the last cycle, it's like, oh, how do you underwrite something that never happened before? And that's how the hotel industry is right now. You can't underwrite something that never happened. You know, I mean, because if you do, you'll price yourself out of every single deal. It's called paralysis analysis. And there's so many people that do it. You know, they say that your average successful CEO is able to make a life-altering decision in 8 minutes and live with it because he's analyzing the data quickly. He looks at percentages of what's going to happen here, what's going to happen there, and that's how you base your decision off of if you are a good CEO. And also gut, I'm going to tell you, gut comes from experience. So if you get something that don't feel good, pay attention to that. Sometimes it could be fear. And if it's fear, then you can say, how do I minimize fear? But the hotel industry right now, a couple things you want to look at. Rebuild cost. What does rebuild cost? Is this hotel going to need a PIP anytime soon? How long is the franchise going to give me an extension for? The area is very important. What were the jobs? What were the biggest accounts, and how many room nights did they book? What is the expected toll on their industry? Are they going to come back, or are they totally shifted to online now and not going to come back? Also, what is your competitive set? In other words, if you had your competitive set, let's talk about single-family homes. Let's say there were a whole bunch of single-family homes that got wiped out, but the population continued to trend upwards in that area because you had a lot of basic jobs, which I want to go into deep explanation about basic jobs. It's one of the most important things, if not the most important thing that you need to know to buy. And so if all these houses are knocked down, the house you can buy are $150, the cost to build new is $300, you know that there's nothing to keep you in the way of running up towards that $300, except cheaper construction prices or population dying off, which would be a big driver, a big job, a big basic job, which would compound the loss. So we'll get in that. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, Nate Barger on YouTube, and hit the bell, and you'll be notified on any new videos that come out.